So, depending on who you ask, Kyler Murray is either one of the most gifted quarterbacks in football,
This Kyler Murray kid is a generational talent.
or the one holding the franchise back.
A lot of ego, a lot of drama.
Kyler Murray is the epitome of average. He's the epitome of mediocre.
He's the Cardinals' best hope or their biggest obstacle. But why is that? Why does one player divide his own fan base more than almost any other quarterback in the league?
For people who want to get rid of Kyler Murray, what's a better option?
How can someone this talented still feel like a question mark 7 years into his career? But before we can decide what Kyler Murray is or isn't, we should all be able to agree with this. Kyler Murray? Yeah, he's always been different.
Kyler Murray, from the time he was a sophomore, was the most polished quarterback I've ever seen in high school.
We had the best quarterback in the state of Texas ever.
In Texas, where high school football feels closer to religion than sport, Kyler Murray was a myth in real time.
We had the best, and we won every game with the best.
At Allen High School, he never lost. 43-0, 3 straight state titles, over 10,000 passing yards, and more than 4,000 rushing yards. You don't just do that, especially in Texas.
His resume and what he did makes him hands down the best Texas high school football player to ever play.
Player, not just quarterback, player.
Ever in the state of Texas.
Wow.
Yes, he was a dual-threat quarterback, but he was more like a one-man system. Defenses couldn't scheme for him. He'd roll left, stop on a dime, and throw 40 yards across his body like gravity didn't apply. Oh yeah, then there was baseball. He was pretty good at that too.
Murray will likely be a first-round pick in June's Major League Baseball draft, and if he is, he'll be offered a lot of money to do that instead of play college football.
In 2018, the Oakland A's drafted him 9th overall. At the same time, he was becoming a Heisman finalist at Oklahoma. That's how rare he was, a top 10 MLB pick and a top college quarterback. When he chose football over baseball, it was kind of a declaration. He wanted to be great at the hardest position in sports. And for a while, it looked like he would be.
Kyler Murray is transferring from Texas A&M to Oklahoma. The school announced that this afternoon, which is great news for the future of Oklahoma football.
When he transferred to Oklahoma from Texas A&M, he threw for 4,300 yards, ran for another 1,000, and won the Heisman Trophy.
The 2018 Heisman Trophy is awarded to Kyler Murray of Oklahoma University.
Then in 2019, the Arizona Cardinals made him the #1 overall pick, making Kyler the first player ever to be drafted in the first round of both the NFL and MLB drafts.
With the first pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Kyler Murray, quarterback, Oklahoma.
And so it is.
See, Arizona, they were coming off a 3-13 season behind rookie Josh Rosen, desperate for identity, direction, and hope. And in the first few years, Kyler gave them all three.
Here's the way I look at Kyler. If you told me I got Kyler or Lamar, and I like Lamar, I'd take Kyler. I think he throws a better football. I think his baseball background, like Russell Wilson, he's a beautiful slider. He throws a perfect ball.
Now 3rd down and goal. That's Isabella in motion. He's wide open, and Murray didn't see him. He gives it to Edmonds, who will find the end zone and a touchdown. Right, here's 3rd down, and a jump ball to the end zone, and it is a touchdown for David Johnson.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, back-to-back Pro Bowls, and a playoff appearance in 2021, their first in 6 years. For a moment, it looked like Arizona had finally found its franchise quarterback. But even then, cracks were starting to show.
Jay Glazer said on Sunday that Murray has a 1 to 3 week ankle injury, but they were going to see on Monday how much the swelling went down and have an assessment as to whether or not he's got a realistic shot at playing this weekend against the 49ers.
Late that season, Kyler missed 3 games due to an ankle injury. And when he came back, something was off. The spark wasn't quite the same. He went just 2-6 down the stretch, costing Arizona a shot at the division.
You know, early on this season, it was all about the ascension of Kyler Murray. He's hit some rough patches late in the year. It is time for him on the road to play a huge game against a division rival with all of America watching.
Then came the playoffs, his first taste of postseason football, and it was brutal.
Rams pressure is picked up. Kyler! Did he get rid of it? It's intercepted! It's David Long!
55% completions, 137 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Off the fingertips and intercepted. Marquise Copeland comes up with it.
There was no way to spin it. It was horrible. And it ended as quickly as it began.
Disappointing. Prepare all week, all season, to be where we are, and then losing is one thing, but when you don't even make it competitive, it's another thing. So that's disappointing.
The Cardinals season, which had started like a dream, crashed in spectacular fashion. And for the first time in his career, the questions around Kyler Murray, they changed.
But I've had multiple people tell me they are concerned. He is inconsistent. One day he's great, one day he's not. It's hit and miss accuracy.
He's electric but inconsistent. He doesn't study enough. He can't stay healthy. Those became the talking points, recycled week after week. And to be fair, there were moments that fed the narrative. The deep sacks, the hurried reads, the visible frustration after failed drives. But things, they really changed in 2022. That summer, Kyler signed a 5-year, $230 million contract extension. And buried in the fine print of that, an independent study clause.
It is called an independent study amendment.
It basically required him to watch at least 4 hours of film a week on his own. No other quarterback in the league had that. And to be honest, no other quarterback should need it.
All of these contracts get filed to the league office, and they all get reported immediately.
I didn't think it was going to blow up
and
like
so,
this. But did you think it was going
to
blow up?
Of course it's going to blow
and
up
become
like
a
this.
Story?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't think it was going to
You put in the contract, we don't trust you to study, and when you do study, we think you're actually playing video games? You put that in a contract for a $230 million quarterback, Brew, that's going to be a story.
It was just a bad look all around. And the internet began interneting.
This 4-hour of independent study clause that the Arizona Cardinals put into Kyler Murray's contract trended all night last night for good reason.
Oh, yeah.
Within days, the Cardinals ultimately removed the clause, but the damage was already done. It painted him as a player relying on talent instead of preparation. From that point on, everything became evidence. A bad throw, he's lazy. A visible slump, immature. A losing streak, it's Kyler's problem.
To think that I can accomplish everything that I've accomplished in my career and not be a student of the game and not have that passion and not take this serious is almost disrespectful. And it's almost a joke,
But context matters here, because in 2022, the team around him literally collapsed.
DeAndre Hopkins is being suspended 6 games for violating the NFL's performance-enhancing drug policy. The Cardinals have known about this suspension. I believe it contributed to the fact that they traded for Marquise Brown on draft night, but Kyler Murray is losing his top weapon on the offensive side of the football.
Star wideout DeAndre Hopkins was suspended. The offensive line, injured. Cliff Kingsbury's offense, once tailor-made for Kyler, had grown predictable. It wasn't just Kyler falling short. It was the organization. And then came the moment that changed everything. December 12th, 2022, Monday Night Football.
Steady on the back end for the Patriots. Here's Murray. He takes off and stumbles, brought down at the 44 as he picks up 3. And after going down awkwardly, he can't get up.
In the third play of the game, Kyler planted his right foot and collapsed. Non-contact, torn ACL.
Skip, the thing is with this situation, Kyler Murray is reliant on his legs. He's not a 6'4", 6'5" Tom Brady, Peyton Manning.
No.
As a matter of fact, he's not a 5'11", 6-foot tall Drew Brees.
No.
Everything that he does is reliant on those legs. The player that he became, the reason why he was the #1 overall draft pick, yes, he could throw the football, but those legs were able to get him out of harm's way.
For a quarterback built on agility and explosion, that kind of injury is more than physical. It's identity shattering. He spent 11 months in rehab, out of the spotlight. And that time changed him.
I've done everything right as far as off the field, on the field, I try to treat people the right way, but it is what it is, I think winning cures all, and it's been tough to do that, with some of the circumstances that we had to deal with, but like I said, I think we're heading in the right direction.
When he returned in Week 10 the following season, the Cardinals under new head coach Jonathan Gannon were 1-8.
We wait no longer. The return of Kyler Murray.
Certainly looking better than it did last week. Murray, first down pass, perfect! It's Hollywood Brown. Murray hits him in stride. 3rd and 1 here. One timeout. Murray keeps it himself. Sneaks in. Touchdown.
He led them to a win that day. It wasn't flashy, but it mattered because it wasn't about numbers anymore. It was about resilience. That comeback game was the quiet beginning of a new chapter. Or it seemed. Throughout the season, it was clear he still wasn't 100%. Tossing 10 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and almost 1,800 yards while going 3-5 as a starter. However, Gannon would stick with his guy heading into the 2024 season, and that decision would begin to pay early dividends. With the healthy Kyler, the Cardinals ripped off 5 wins in 6 games, climbing to 6-4 and suddenly looking like one of the NFC's surprise playoff teams.
Murray on the rollout, looking deep for Harrison! Marvin Harrison Jr. to the end zone! Touchdown again!
For a brief moment, it felt like this was the version of Kyler Murray everyone had been waiting for. Confident, commanding, electric. But then, the second half happened. The same old story, right? 2 wins over the final 7 games. An 8-9 finish, no playoffs, no breakthrough. And this time it wasn't injuries or coaching changes or off-field drama. It was execution. In 3 of those losses, Murray threw multiple interceptions. The rhythm that had defined his midseason surge just vanished.
Murray keeps it alive. Kyler Murray looking to make magic. Heaves one. Murphy picks it off.
He finished the year with 3,851 yards, 21 touchdowns, 11 picks, plus another 572 yards and 5 scores on the ground. Good numbers, respectable even. But the truth is, this has always been the Kyler Murray paradox. A season that shows you flashes of brilliance, only to fade when it matters the most.
What the hell can you do with Kyler Murray? He will keep you at 7-10. He will keep you at 9-8. He will keep you at 8-9, which they were last year. Kyler Murray is the epitome of average. He's the epitome of mediocre.
He's the highest paid player in franchise history, and he's still fighting for belief from fans, from analysts, from his own organization. He's not the highlight reel he once was, but maybe that's the point. He's evolving from spectacle to substance. But still, the debate continues. He might never be the savior fans dreamed of, but he's also not the problem people make him out to be either. He's a player learning, adapting, maturing in real time, under the brightest and harshest lights. I mean, the guy's failed publicly, learned privately, and kept showing up anyway. I mean, isn't that what growth really looks like? Because if you strip away the headlines, what's left is a player who keeps trying to get it right, even when it'd be easier to walk away. Maybe being real about Kyler Murray means accepting both truths at once. He is one of the most gifted quarterbacks in football, and yes, sometimes he's a part of the problem. Not a finished product, but a work in progress. One still fighting, still evolving, and still refusing to let the story end where others think it should.